డాక్టర్ పూజా యాథమ్ గారు ఫ్రమ్ ది యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికా. వారు కూడా సుషుమ్న క్రియా యోగా ప్రాక్టీషనర్. వారిని వేదికపైకి విచ్చేసి వారి అనుభవాన్ని పంచుకోవాల్సిందిగా ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం.
ఓం సుషుమ్నా. గురుర్ బ్రహ్మ గురుర్ విష్ణు గురుర్దేవో మహేశ్వరః గురుర్ సాక్షాత్ పరబ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. Andariki namaskaram. Good evening all. Today, I bow down at the feet of all my gurus, Puja Guru Sri Bogasiddhar, Puja Guru Sri Mahavatar Babaji, and Puja Sri Atmanandamaya Ammagaru on this auspicious occasion to express my gratitude for always being there with me and helping me grow spiritually in many ways. Thank you, Ammagaru, for allowing me to share my experiences through this platform today. నా పేరు పూజ అండి. నేను మయామిలో మెడిసిన్ చదువుతున్నాను. నేను నా బ్రదర్తో లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ 21st సుషుమ్న క్రియా యోగా స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. Firstly, I want to sincerely thank my parents for introducing me to this most divine practice. నాకంటే 1 year ముందు వాళ్ళు స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. And since they started, they've had such amazing experiences, and I personally started noticing a huge difference in them. And that's what motivated me to get started and include Sushumna Kriya Yoga in my daily routine. I want to use this opportunity today to talk about 2 things that have changed in my life after starting Sushumna Kriya Yoga. First, I would like to talk about self-awareness. నేను మెడిటేషన్ చేసిన ప్రతిసారి I become more aware of myself. I become more aware of my thoughts, my emotions, my senses, and my surroundings. I used to notice everything a lot more intensely than I had before. నాలో ఉన్న పాజిటివ్ అండ్ నాట్ సో పాజిటివ్ బిహేవియర్స్ని కొంచెం ఎక్కువగా నోటీస్ చేయడం స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. పాజిటివ్ బిహేవియర్స్ నోటీస్ చేసినప్పుడు చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఫుల్ఫిల్డ్గా ఫీల్ అయ్యాను. But I also started noticing that I can be a little judgmental towards certain people. And like most people, when I found that out about myself, I was not too fond of that feeling. After initiating Sushumna Kriya Yoga, I was able to recognize that behavior and started accepting people for who they are and treat them equally regardless of what they have done in the past. I want to share an example reflecting on this. So one day, I was rounding on the oncology department, and the oncology floor lo, there's patients with many different types of cancers. And I had a very young patient in her 30s with breast cancer, and I spent almost 30 minutes listening to her as she talked to me about her family. She told me that her mom and her grandmom also had breast cancer as young adults. She expressed immense appreciation to me for taking the time to listen to her story and empathize with her. My next patient was a lung cancer patient. He was an old patient and he has smoked his entire life. ఆ పేషెంట్ని నేను కలవక ముందే, ఆ రూమ్లోకి వెళ్ళక ముందే నాకు ఆ పేషెంట్ మీద ఒక ఒపీనియన్ ఫామ్ అయింది. So even before I walked in, I assumed he was responsible for his cancer because he smoked despite knowing the consequences. In my mind, my thought was, he did that to himself. So I walked in, I checked on how he was doing, and I was out of the room in less than 5 minutes. I didn't really take the time to empathize with him like I did with my breast cancer patient. In that situation, my judgment towards the lung cancer patient prevented me from empathizing with him. So I didn't really think much of it when it initially happened, but one day I was meditating and I self-reflected on that and I realized how wrong I was. Since then, I actively try to avoid any judgment that crosses my mind. I learned that regardless of age, regardless of gender, race, religion, socioeconomic status, or disability, everyone, every soul deserves the right to be treated equally. The second thing that has changed in my life after starting this meditation is my sleep pattern. So my sleep hours have significantly reduced and my sleep quality has greatly improved. I always believed that I needed at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep to be able to concentrate and study throughout the day. But with the energy that I receive from this meditation, I can say that I now function at a full capacity with just 6 hours of sleep. I'm sure many of my fellow students in the audience agree to how valuable those 2 extra hours can be for our careers. Busy life flow of 49 minutes may seem like a lot, but in my experience, it will improve your focus, your memory, and your productivity. So students in the audience, if you're listening to this, I highly encourage for you to start Sushumna Kriya Yoga and see the results for yourself. That's all. Thank you again, Amagaru, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you all so much. Om Sushumna Mangalam Nitya Shubha Mangalam.